Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Yosaif and the Butler, Bibi and the UN. Yosaif had an unbelievable life, a roller coaster, one of the most extreme lives that we see in Tanakh, the heights and the depths that he was involved in. And from the early days on, he was telling over the dreams. The brothers were upset with him. The father certainly appeared upset with him. Then he is sold. He's betrayed by his brothers, brought into Midian. But the Midyanim, he's sold again and again. He's brought into Mitzrayim, in Potiphar's house. Then Potiphar's wife betrays him. Potiphar puts him in jail. I guess it was considered a compassion that Potiphar himself didn't kill him. He only put him in jail. Then in jail, he works his way up. And the Sar Mashkin betrays him again by not saying anything. There's so much to learn about Yosef, but one point I'd like to make and compare it to Bibi. Yosef went ahead and he could have walked away from all his life experiences, the fact that his brothers betrayed him. Sarah Tabachim, Potiphar's wife betrayed him. Sarah Mashkin betrayed him. He could have become a very cynical person, but he did not. He was very upbeat and he was so charismatic. He obviously was upbeat and optimistic despite his challenges. But he knew, be very careful about people. And that's a lesson, of course, that we need to learn. To be able to respect people, but be very careful about people. And for each person we relate to, there has to be a balance. Our loved ones, our parents, wives, hopefully it's total chavdehu and maybe zero chashdehu. Some relationships might be a little bit of suspicion involved, and mostly chavdehu. And other people, it's going to be maybe 50-50. Our enemies, it has to be 100% chashdehu. There's no chavdehu at all. There's no respect. You're just suspicious of the other people. So you always have to work at that balance. And Yosef was developing it beautifully by the Sarah Mashkin. People say, "Oh, he didn't have faith in Hashem." I'm not sure I understand exactly what that means. But you should just sit there and not ask the Sarah Mashkin for help. I don't know if that was the issue, as much as when he asked, he felt, "Oh, I could rely on the Sarah Mashkin." Maybe that's what we could say. He felt like, "Yeah, he can help me out. He'll help me out." No. You didn't have the Chavdeu Hashdeu balance just right yet. You can ask. I don't know if there's anything wrong asking for help, but there's a good chance he'll stab you in the back like others have done, or he just won't do anything. And you still had the chabdeyu a little bit stronger than it should have been. You're respecting him a little too much, as opposed to, I'll say it to me, he'll help. Probably not. And we have to each develop our balance. As is connected to Bibi and the UN, Bibi has made incredible strides in working with relationships to the countries around the world. He's developed with the African countries, with China, India, rebuilt connections with Turkey again, has done made such incredible strides. And he's always spoken to the UN for decades already, calling it a black home, darkness. And a few months ago he said, I'm actually optimistic about the UN, that there's going to be a change in the UN, that it's not going to be the same immediate anti-Israel resolutions. And it could be that Bibi, who I have tremendous respect for in this specific case, his chabdeu hashteu balance was a bit off. He thought there's a new reality in the UN. And maybe we can have a little bit more respect and hope and optimism there. And of course, the UN proved once again the wickedness that is the UN. Haven't done a check on the gematria of UN and wickedness and rishut and evil, but I imagine you could find some gematria that will all add up. Very, very evil people there, despicable. And for a moment, Bibi might have thought that there's some opening here, there's some progress. But of course, we see the true colors come out, that they're just looking to destroy the Jewish nation over here. The whole world is going under, caving in. Our neighbors all around us being destroyed. Chemical weapons, what other weapons have been used in Syria and other countries around us, and somehow they focus on the settlements. Not that the settlements is not an issue that needs to be worked on and dealt with in some kind of reasonable way, but to put that front and center. And this is the issue. This is the problem in the world. It is rishut, it is evil. And of course, it forces all of us to make sure we have that proper balance with each and every person that we deal with, to think, what is the proper chabdeu v'chashdeu? Chabdeu to respect, and chashdeu to be suspicious. Respect and suspect. And when it comes to our close friends and loved ones, hopefully we're very, very strong with the respect part. When it comes to our enemies, suspicious totally. And now any thoughts of the UN, maybe a little bit of adding on to the respect part. That should be clearly not the case. And not just the UN, but other people as well, whether it's Obama and Kerry, should be very clear where these people stand. We should have a Surot Tavot.